Hi Woolly Thistlers, it's Kim here with another episode of Yoga for Knitters. This episode is all about stretching through the hips and the lower body, but it's best done when you're warm. So if you go for a walk or ride your bicycle or do a short yoga practice or do some aerobics or walk up the stairs, whatever it is, do something to get your body moving so that you are a little bit warmer to get maximum benefits from this practice. So without further ado, let's get started. Hello and welcome. Today's class is all about a great stretch when you're already warmed up. So this is a good sequence to do after a walk, after a bike ride, after a fitness class, or just carrying boxes up the stairs, anything that gets your heart rate up a little bit and your blood moving so that you feel a bit warm, you're a little bit flushed. This practice is going to really complement that heat. So for this practice, you will need a book, and that's it. A block and your wonderful intention to do good things for your body right now so that we can be healthy, we can feel amazing, and we can carry on doing all the things that we love to do in life without impediment. So to start, we're going to begin on our backs. I just came back from a walk with the dogs. My pants are filthy, it's raining, and mud splattered everywhere, but it was such a lovely walk. A beautiful, gentle rain. It was perfect. So I want you to settle your feet on the mat, and we're going to do some gentle bridges with the help of Brian, apparently. So lifting up. How do you like that, Brian? And then back down again, like a gentle cat elevator. Up we go, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the quads, listening to the low back, and back down again. We'll do 3 more. Inhaling up, exhaling down. You can feel that the shoulder blades kind of move in towards each other as you lift the hips. And there's this beautiful roll up the spine. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. This is considered weight training when you have a cat. Inhale to lift. Last one, we're going to hold it here, squeezing everything, making eye contact with Brian, who's thinking about creeping forward and kissing me. Bad idea. His terrible breath. And down we go. Good. Okay, excellent. Now, slide your left leg nice and long. Brian's not going to like this. You're going to bring your right leg up and grab a hold of the thigh, the upper part of your leg, or the calf, whatever you can reach today. And that usually depends on how warm you are. So we'll do a couple of pointing, flexing of the feet. Point and flex, point and flex. And then a few ankle circles, just getting into that whole area there in the lower part of the leg. Good. And now we're going to bring the leg towards you a little bit more, finding your edge, finding that place of sweet discomfort. And then gently rock, infinitesimally almost, like it's only a few inches on either side, left and right, left and right, left and right. And let that rocking be precious and soothing and good. Awesome. Let's switch legs. Now that you're settled, lengthening the right leg down across the mat, gluing the right heel to the floor, and then grab a hold of behind the thigh or the calf of your left leg. And then we're going to point and flex the foot a few times. That's better. And a few circles with the foot. Good. And then draw the leg towards you just enough to feel it. We're not working super hard, we're stretching, but we like to be warm so that the stretch is more effective. And gently rock that leg, moving through the hip socket, left and right, left and right, left and right. And then release everything to the floor. This is where your lovely block comes in. We're going to put the block onto the lowest setting here and place it underneath the SI joint, the sacrum. It's that triangle of bone between your tailbone and the rest of your spine. Now, draw the left leg all the way down the mat. And imagine you had a friend there holding your ankle and just gently tensioning the leg away from you. At the same time, bring the right leg in, grab a hold of the calf, and start to pull it towards your belly. So we've got this opposite movement happening with the left leg moving away from you and the right leg moving in. And what you're going to feel is this gorgeous opening right here in the hip flexor, which is so good because especially if you do a lot of sitting, knitting and sitting, you're going to find that those muscles get quite tight. Office jobs, that's another really bad one for tightening those hip flexors. So they're like really developed in only one position and not anywhere else. And there's like a disparity of tension. So this is us opening it all up. Just let your imaginary friend, or if you have a real friend, pull gently on that left ankle. Create more space in the hip. Good, and then we will switch sides. So we'll lengthen that right leg away from you, pushing the heel down the mat, and then pull the left leg in until you feel that opening. Now, if you pull the leg too hard, you're going to lift that right foot off the ground. So now you know that we're not going to be a teeter-totter here. We're going to stay grounded in that right heel. And just breathe and enjoy it. It feels so good to just undo. It's like like yarn barf, a big tangle of yarn, and we're just teasing through the strings and opening everything up, making it the way it's supposed to be. Reset. Good. Okay. Let's get away from that block. We'll move it out from behind us. And now I want you to cross the right leg over top of your left leg, flexing the right foot to protect the knee, and then draw that leg in. Maybe you need to do a little bit of a sit-up to get a grip behind that left thigh, and then pull it into wherever you're tight. Now, for me, it doesn't take very long on my right side to find that edge. It's just always really tight. The right side's different than the left, and you're going to probably find the same thing for you. The two sides are not the same, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It tends to speak to your posture and which side you are more dominant with. Okay, let it go. And just give it a minute. And then we'll do it again. So this time, we're going to gently rock, just like we did when we were pulling the straight leg back. We're going to gently rock from side to side. And you'll notice that some parts of the rock are a little more intense than others. But every time you rock, it gets a little softer. Good, and release. That's a little bit of abdominals right there. Nice slow release. And then we'll do it one more time. So bring the leg up. Okay, this is where it gets a little more fun. You can stay with the rock if that feels good for you. Or I just now released my right arm. And I'm using my right arm to guide my right leg all the way down to the floor. And then my left hand holds onto the foot. That's a little more intense on the outside of the hip, but it's good. So we're getting all those muscles. There's so many muscles in the hips, and we want to give love to all of them. Plus, this is a beautiful twist, so our spine will thank you. Okay, beautiful. We'll untwist. Move over onto your left side, sorry, you're lying on your left side, hands together. And then reach that right arm behind you. Grab a hold of your foot and draw that leg back for a quad stretch. Now, while you're doing this, the pelvis wants to tip forward and let it. That's a good thing. The tipping forward of the pelvis will deepen the stretch in the quadricep, in the top of the thigh. Just want to kind of move where we started, opening the hip flexors down the top of the leg into the thighs. Quite often when we have discomfort in our hips, it's because our quads are tight. A great way to check that is, if you're standing and you just pull your leg back, even just like, just step it back as if you were doing a kickback in aerobics class. And if it feels tight, it is. It's a good test. So let go of that leg. Everything's stacked once more. And now take the right arm and reach it all the way up in a great big arch until your upper body is open, but your legs are still where they started. Beautiful stretch for the right front deltoids and the right pec, the chest. Chest in the front of the arm. And a great twist for the back. All right, bring everything back to center. Take a moment to realign. And then cross the left leg over the right thigh. Do a little push up, sit up, a little sit up to draw the leg towards you. And we're just going to hold it nice and still. Your left foot is flexed. Your right foot can be relaxed. And just feel, close your eyes and feel where you're noticing that opening and this disbanding in your hip. Chase that edge. If it gets a little soft, then pull a little bit more. And release. Just give it a moment. Focus on contracting your abdominals as you lower that leg. It feels good to feel strong. And one more time. Up we go. Clasping behind the leg. And we're going to rock gently. A few inches to the right, a few inches to the left. Noticing where things feel tight. And noticing as you rock how that tightness tends to soften and dissipate. You're working it out. That feels good. Okay, we'll relax it one last time. And here we go. Reaching behind the leg. Okay, I'm going to release the left hand onto the left thigh and roll over to the right. Okay, my right hand rests on my right foot and then open out to the side. Nice twist. It's a beautiful rainy day here, which just makes this practice so much more luxurious, cozy, and wonderful. Excellent. Now we're going to stack. I'm just going to flip so I can still see you. I'm going to stack the legs together like so. And then reach around, grab for that left foot, tilt the pelvis forward, pull the foot towards the butt. It does not have to touch. That's not a rule. And just enjoy that quadriceps stretch. Breathe into it. And relax. Stack the feet once more. Left hand on right. And we'll sweep that left hand all the way up and over. Opening the body up so that the upper back is twisted. And you can just feel yourself settling down into the mat. Can you also feel the difference in your hips now? They feel more alive, maybe a little tingly, definitely more open. And everything does better when you pay attention to it. You know, children are happier when their parents pay attention to them, or dogs are more well-behaved when they get attention. Everything does better when you pay attention to it. And I don't think our hips are any different. Thanks, Smokey. All right, let's draw everything back to center. Draw your hips, your knees into your chest. Rock a little bit to reset. And then open everything up for a nice shavasana. And you can stay here as long as you want. Just feeling the tingling, the aliveness, the stimulation in parts of your body that sometimes get forgotten about. And I suspect if you started nice and warm, you're probably nice and cool now. Just the perfect temperature to relax and let go. And you can stay here for as long as your life permits, but I will sign off here. So thank you very much for practicing with me, and I will see you again next month. Namaste.